In a world where fairways meet the airwaves, where birdies and banker collide, welcome to the show that takes you beyond the clubhouse and onto the green. This is Balls and Tees, your passport to the golfing universe, where every swing tells a story and every putt has its punchline. Get ready to step onto the last greens and dive into the world of divots, drives, and delightful banter.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to yet another episode of the one and only Balls and Tees. As I usually say, this is the only podcast that you actually want to be tuned in on a Wednesday evening, and you know who it is. Tony Tone, the magician, the boy with a lot of flair, and yes, I am a classic man. Ladies and gentlemen, if you've only joined us or started following us, I have to let you know that you have made the right choice because Balls and Tees is number one when it comes to social golf podcasts. We talk to social golfers, we talk to professional golfers, we talk to people who don't even play golf, just to make sure that we create an inclusive environment for the golfing society. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know the drill, basically what we do is as follows, right? The first segment or the first 5 minutes of the show, I will be introducing what's going to be happening today, and I need you guys to really focus because this is the key factor that you need to take into consideration, which is make sure that you've got a big glass of ice cold water because this show is about to get hot tonight. You won't even be able to stand up from where you're sitting. If you're sitting, you won't be able to change your lanes if you're driving. But please don't drive and listen to radio, and don't try to drive and focus too much on us because we don't want no problems. So, ladies and gentlemen, today we've got a guest, and he is already waiting in anticipation to get the show started. He can't even wait no more. He's been saying, Tony, where are we going live? So let me not delay my guest no more, but I'm going to ask you to please sit back as we go and take a 2-minute break as you get that ice cold glass of water. And then when we come back, our guest will be introduced and we are about to make things hot up in here. So please go for the 2 minute, and then when we come back, we're back on.
In a world where fairways meet the airwaves, where birdies and banker collide, welcome to the show that takes you beyond the clubhouse and onto the green. This is Balls and Tees, your passport to the golfing universe, where every swing tells a story and every putt has its punchline. Get ready to step onto the last greens and dive into the world of divots, drives, and delightful banter.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you once again for tuning in and for sitting where you are. But as I said, you are about to get hot. Yes, Pretoria and Gauteng as a whole has been raining since last night, and the weather is changing. I mean, it's mid-April, so May is about to get in, and you know, May comes with cold weather. So even though that's the case, today is about to get hot, hence why I said get that ice cold glass of water. Without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, please give me a chance to welcome the one, the only David West. Mr. West, how you doing?
Hi, I'm doing great today. Thank you. It's slightly cold in Johannesburg, and as you say, a bit wet, but all is
Mhm.
good.
100%. Listen, Dave, I have something. Before I even ask you to introduce yourself, I think you should host this show with me because you've got the right tone.
Okay, we can make a deal afterwards.
100%. So I tried to introduce you, but I don't think that I did any justice to you. Would you mind reintroducing yourself to our audience? Tell them who David West is, what is it that you do, and how did you stumble upon golf?
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, my name is Dave West. I wear a number of hats in life because I've been around in life. I'm heading to my senior years. Married,
Mhm.
2 kids. I wear 3 hats. I'm a minister or a pastor of a church. I'm an NGO leader. We run an NGO to help displaced people. getting
Mhm.
people off the streets, doing all sorts of that's a whole lot of stuff we do. And I'm also
Okay.
a professional integral life coach and facilitator. And what I'm not is I'm not a
Mhm.
professional golfer, but oh boy, do I love golf.
I like how you say what you're not, like you're not a professional golfer, but at the same time, you love the sport.
Oh, yes.
And speaking about golf, I mean, as you said, you're approaching your senior years, and with so many tasks that you're busy with in a daily life, when did you start playing golf, and how do you actually manage and make sure that you continue to play golf with all the responsibilities that you have?
Yeah, yeah. So I go golf. I mean, I've always known about the game, always loved the game. I was brought up as a child. My father played regularly, but only
Hmm.
about 25 years ago,
Hmm.
I was actually on a long leave trip in Australia. Some mates took me playing golf with them on a holiday, and I thought I love this. And couldn't wait to get back to South Africa to play in better weathers and better courses in Australia. But anyway, I got
Hmm.
back. And here I am, and I just started playing the game. I regularly try to get a game,
Hmm.
and yeah, went for some coaching, and golf's got this thing. I don't think you can really like golf. I think you actually fall in love with it, and
Yeah.
it just becomes really a lot of fun.
Hmm. 100%. And you know, if anything that I always share with whether my audience or my comrades, I always say if there's something about the sport, it's a love and hate relationship because you can go fully prepared onto the course saying, you know what, today I'm going to knock the lights out of this course. Then it does the opposite. And then after you're done with your 18 holes, you sit and you reflect and you're like, I had a lot of fun. And you give yourself a pat on the back to say, I did well today.
Yes, no, absolutely. Well, you say it's a love and hate game. I also think it's a game that does two things to you. It
Mm,
humbles you and
mhm,
humiliates you, and it can do that at the same time. But you're right. When you finish through all the humiliation and the humbling, you just
mm.
sit back and you think that was just a lovely way to spend the last 4 hours.
100%. Now, Dave, I want to find out from you. I mean, we met on the golf course and at Tushi,
Yes.
Easter Bunny Challenge golf day, right? But apart from that particular golf day, how often do you try to play golf in a week?
Yeah, I try to play probably 1.5 times. So I generally play a full 18.
Hmm.
Normally on a Friday morning because I've got time then. And then on a
Hmm.
Saturday afternoon, I'll try and get in a 9, sometimes 18. So
Yeah.
definitely more than once a week which is what I try to do. Yeah.
Mm. And I mean, if you're saying you're playing more than once a week, then it means that there's something that you're doing right on the golf course. Because for some of us, we like, okay, I'm gonna play today, and then we get disappointed with the results, and we like, okay, let's spend a week or so at the driving range.
You I've just been reading a book by I think a psychologist who deals with golf, and he says golf is not a game of perfect.
Mm,
It's a really good book actually, and you've got to just you got to live with the fact that hey, it's going to disappoint you, but even that, it's
mm,
just stretching, and that those good shots bring you back. Um,
yeah.
so you play that one good shot, and you can't wait to get back to play the next good shot.
No, 100%. And then speaking of which, I mean, one thing about golf that I really like is the networking aspect or the socializing aspect of it. And you mentioned that you try to play on Fridays as much as you can. Do you play with the same people, or do you just sometimes pitch up at the course and tee off people that you don't even know?
Yeah, combination of both. One of the great beauties that I found in golf is the amount of people you meet from so many different aspects of South African society.
Hmm.
And it's just, so yes, I've tended to, there are times when I just pitch and look for a
Hmm.
game. And I've never met somebody on the golf course who afterwards didn't think to myself, that was really, really it was great. It was great meeting that person, catching up,
Hmm.
chatting. So combination. I'm fortunate my wife plays a little bit, so now and then we'll play 9 holes. I do have some
Oh,
friends,
nice.
but friends I've met on the golf course mostly, and I do just
Hmm.
like to pitch sometimes. And hey, it's a great place for networking and socializing,
Yeah.
and meeting new people, which I think in our country, I think somebody once called it a rainbow diverse country. It's so
Hmm.
great meeting people from so many different aspects of our society,
Hmm.
and golf just offers. It's more than just a game.
No, no, 100%. Now, let's reflect back on what happened last week. I mean, as I said, we that's when I met you at the Tushi
Yes.
Golf Day. So, how did you find out about the Tushi Golf Day? And to you personally, what was it all about?
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting when I arrived at the golf club where we played a couple of years ago to play probably my first game here. Oh no, no, actually, I came to watch a competition here. It was a sunshine competition, and I was just
Hmm.
standing watching, and a guy in his cart. I started chatting to him as you do around a golf
Yeah.
course, and he said, "Hey, have a drink with me," and we sat chatting, and then he told me he organizes this golf day. That's
Oh,
Q
lovely.
himself,
Yeah.
and just chatting. And I said, that sounds great. And he said, no, you should
Hmm.
join us. And basically, he
Hmm.
put me on the list. So it was
Oh,
just a
that's
meet
beautiful.
outside watching a golf game, really.
No, 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 I really like that because often enough, I mean, when people go to the golf course, they just go to there to handle their own business to say, okay, I want to play, or I just want to go there and have some coffee or lunch with a couple of mates. So, I mean, to actually meet people in that sense, and they extend an invite to say, please join us when you have time.
Yeah.
This is what we will be doing. And then from there, I think that's how relationships are being built.
Yeah, I think that's a regular experience that most golfers will speak of, how the
Mm.
relationships are built, and how you just have these chance meetings, if you like, around the golf course and the club.
Hmm. And then overall, I won't even ask you about your score. I think that's a very personal thing. So overall, how was the day for you? Because I think in the morning it was very cloudy, started getting a bit chilly, and then later on the sun came out. Then the opposite happened again. So the course was very wet, from my understanding. When I looked at the fairway, a lot of people were digging holes instead of just a small divot. And then the greens were fast on the day. I just want to find out your experience of Danfin Golf and Country Estate last week. How was it for you?
Yeah, I have to say the course was in great nick, but it was wet, and especially when you're in the rough, getting out of the mud, um,
Mm,
add a bit of yeah, but like the bunkers were difficult because they were wet underneath.
yeah.
But overall, good condition. But as you said, Joe, the greens were fast, man.
Mm,
I think I three putted more than once, but then I don't
sure.
remember that because I try to forget those bad moments. Uh,
Yeah.
but I met the people I played with. I had not met them before, and so that
Mm,
was part of the joy of playing 18
mhm,
holes with people I'd not met before. And yeah, we had a great time, and the course was in great nick in spite of the rain, and
mhm,
in spite of the conditions of the day. The course was in great nick. I'm sure the conditions were heavy and impacted the length of my drive, but that's my excuse, and I'm
mm,
sticking
mm.
to it.
But if anything, I have to say, I know with those kind of golf days, they've got a prize called the longest day. So if anything, I'm so happy that you didn't win that title because the prize is not so attractive. People call it in many ways. So whoever won it, I have to say congratulations to them. And I think it's just a way to help one build the courage to continue and try to improve on a regular basis.
Yeah, well, the person who got the prize the longest day got a standing ovation as he was given his prize, which was a roll of toilet paper. Um,
Yeah.
that's part of the fun of golf, isn't it? But yes,
100%. I want to find out from you, Dave. Overall, when you play golf, right?
Yeah.
How important is your score when it comes to the level of enjoyment that you actually experience on the particular day? Is it a matter of saying if I'm having if I'm not playing as good as I would wish to or I would want to, the whole day will be spoiled? Or is it just one of those things to say, you know what, I'm not a professional, I'm here to have fun, I'm here to network, and then you just carry on with your day?
Yeah, I think one's got to have that kind of attitude. Of course, when you hit a bad shot, you're a bit annoyed with yourself because you are playing against yourself all the time. But in the end,
Mm,
ultimately, you arrive to play and to enjoy and to just you want to enjoy the game. You want to relax, and you're going to have bad shots. We're not professionals, and you're going to have a lot of bad shots.
yeah.
And I think it's just enjoying. And I think in golf, I think you got to have a sense of humor. I think you got to be able to laugh
Mm,
at yourself. Uh,
yeah.
I think when you play that terrible shot, have a good laugh, um, and move on. So
Mm,
overall, the experience of golf is more than just how many shots you hit to get into the hole. The
mhm.
experience is much bigger and much nicer than just that.
Nice.
Although
100%.
the good shots are enjoyable.
No, definitely. I was saying to somebody the other day to say, the way it feels so good when you hear clean contact with the ball, whether it be with ball, whether it be with your irons, when you hear that the
Oh,
connection was
yeah,
100% spot on, it,
yeah.
it just does something to your body as a whole.
Oh,
Your mind releases hormones of peace, and you know you feel alive afterwards.
there's no doubt about it. Those good shots, and the important thing in golf, I think, is not to remember the bad shots, but remember the good shots. Um,
Mm,
and they do. And you when you play that good shot, you don't even need to look. You know you've played a good shot. The feeling is just so
yeah.
beautiful. You don't need to look where the ball's going. You know it.
You just have to go forward and then just make sure that when you get to the green, you have to look around, and then when you remove the pin, you find something inside there.
That's me. That's my shot. Oh yes.
Oh, lovely. And then, Dave, how regularly or how often do you actually play in weather competitions or golf days? Is it just a matter of saying when you have time, or if you
Yeah.
are invited? How often do you try to play in competitions?
I don't play in many competitions, and it's not something I work towards, I guess. But when I'm
Mm,
invited, and they're mostly charity days, but on the odd
mm,
occasion at the club competition, if there's a Saturday competition or a Wednesday, and I'm available, I might join a couple of guys and play. But
yeah.
it's not the biggest thing for me, the competitions. But I do enjoy a good golf day, and I do enjoy some of the charity games. But it's not. No,
Mhm.
mostly I'm playing. Most of it is social.
Yeah. And I mean, speaking of playing a lot of social golf on your end, rather than trying to be more on the competitive side, I just want to get an idea of your definition of what you regard as social golf, and what kind of a setting would you regard as the most suitable for social golf for you?
Yeah, I think social golf is just you know, having a good time with friends and laughing at each other and enjoying each other's company on the golf course. Um,
Hmm.
and yeah, sometimes not being you. I mean, we're always competitive.
Yeah.
I don't think there any of us go out in a golf course not being competitive. You do want to hit the good shot. You
Mm.
you do want to play well and enjoy that.
Yeah.
But be able to just at the same time enjoy those others who
Hmm.
are with you and know just like you they're going to also play their bad shots and their good shots and encourage. I think not just focusing on yourself, but when somebody hits a good shot,
Hmm.
encouraging them and good shot, or if somebody hits a bad shot, sometimes actually sometimes it's best just
Yeah.
to keep quiet and walk away and not say anything to them. But
Very true, because the thing about golf is that it will push you to your limits.
ah,
You get to explore a different side of your side, and if you can't manage yourself enough or your emotions, you end up doing or saying all the wrong things that you're not supposed to.
don't know. Sometimes golf is very much your true self can be is there all the time, and it is management. In fact, golf is a game of lessons. You're learning life lessons. It's not just a game or a sport.
Mm-hmm.
There are, because you're competing, I guess, against yourself, and you're socializing. There's so much going on that there are some great
Mm-hmm.
life lessons that I think one learns on the golf course. Some of them you'd
Mm.
rather not
That
learn, but
no. I will agree with you on that one. Hence why I'm saying, it will push you to explore different sides of yourself, and afterwards you'll even be shocked. And I actually noticed this with myself, because usually when I'm on the golf course, there's someone taking footage, video footage, and they will put a mic on me. And whenever I watch those videos, I say to myself, who is this guy
yes.
and what happened to me?
Yes, 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 absolutely. I mean, it is very much like that, and it does. So- Sometimes
Mm,
it's like, is that really me? Where did that come from?
yeah.
Um, but but you do,
And-
it's pushing you, and it's challenging you, and it's it's at work in you all the time.
mhm.
Yeah.
And I mean, let's not just focus on the bad side of golf. I mean, obviously, there's those memorable events that happen throughout the day when you're playing golf. I mean, it's 4.5 hours that you spend on the golf course with numerous people, and you get to meet people. But I mean, there's also those highlight shots where you would sit back and be like, is this really me doing this? What did I do right? And how do I continue doing that? Have you experienced such things?
Oh, oh, big time. You know what my my biggest frustration with golf sometimes is it's not the bad
Mm.
shots. But sometimes
Yeah.
my biggest frustration is the good shots, because I say, how did you do that? And why didn't you do it before? No, those good shots are just, that's what keeps you going in the game as well.
Hmm.
And they're always there. Yeah. And if you think about it, there were a lot of them, and just the joy, and you can think, how did I? Yeah, absolutely. Gee, did I do that?
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
yeah, absolutely.
No, no.
That's
And
sweet.
I just want to ask you, I mean, like we're saying, there's the good, there's the bad when it comes to golf, and we'd rather stick to the good. I personally would rather stick to the good, because
Ah,
the bad side of it is that I've seen people break clubs. I've seen people throw their
oh,
backs in water. Some people actually crash the golf carts.
yeah, you see that all the time. It's a sad part, but I suppose that's sport. But yes, you do see that. But that's the good things override those, and much better than
Mm,
those incidents. But they do happen, and you learn self-control. That's going to be one of the key
yeah.
lessons to learn on the golf course, and that's
Hmm.
that's that's yeah. But the good is overrides those
Hmm.
experiences, and yeah, every one of us has a story when we played a golf game, and
Mm.
we leave afterwards and we think we're slightly embarrassed with an incident or something we said or something we did. We all have that story.
100%. And then, speaking of which, I mean, like we've been saying, golf is about socializing and networking, and then you meet new people and all that. Do Are there any specific traits or characteristics that you would say are, well, define an ideal group or an ideal golf partner to actually play with? Are there any particular traits that you would say, you know what, this is how I would envision or how I would see a perfect golf partner or a golf group to associate with?
Yeah, yeah, must be surely if they play worse than me. No, I'm joking.
That's a good one. I'm actually going to start doing that.
No, um, no, I think I think Um, I think when you're playing together and you're a full ball, you really want to play with people that are, what's the word? They're encouraging. They got a good sense of humor, maybe. Um,
Mm,
it's tough playing with somebody who's always angry, or
Yeah.
you know, so focused on themselves, and those incidents is tough. But generally,
Mm,
most people are enjoying your company and you enjoying their company. So it's people who you can just relax with. Um, because golf is a game
mm,
of relaxation, and so much of it is in the mind. So you want to play with people who are
yeah.
relaxing, not over tense.
Yeah.
Of course, we're all competitive, but you can relax with
Mhm.
them. I think that's it.
100%. And I mean, I will just echo what you're saying, because if there's anything that's very common in golf, is that you just go to the golf course, they will pair you up with someone that you don't even know. But like you're saying, if that person creates a conducive environment and a more relaxed environment, then the game itself becomes more enjoyable, because you guys are able to have those loose moments where you can just talk about any other thing apart from what's really frustrating you in front of you, which is actually golf itself. So I will echo what you're saying, to say, as long as the individual or the group itself has a sense of humor and they're able to create that comfortable environment for you as an individual, those are the key things for me personally.
No, I would agree, one hundred
And
percent. I think one's got to realize that your sort of, I don't know if the right word is behavior, but your attitude on that golf course impacts the rest of the people you're playing with.
mm, that's true. That's very, very true. Now, apart from golf, Dave, do you play any other, or do you participate in any other social events or social sports?
No, I'm not really. I mean, I'm a big fan of football, soccer. Um, so I might just kick a ball around socially, but very rarely. I do train once a week with
Hmm.
in Muay Thai, which is which is a nice, just to keep me fit. Um, yeah, flexible. At my age, of course, yeah, I've got to stay flexible because it's good on the golf course to be, fit and flexible.
Sure,
Uh,
those are totally opposite worlds, golf and Muay Thai.
yes,
Sure.
totally. Yeah, but the Muay Thai is, you know what, the Muay Thai also, it also is a mind thing. In many ways, like I suppose many
Mm,
sports are, but Muay Thai also, it keeps you fit. I just feel, I like to walk 18 holes, and I do feel if I'm feeling fitter and stuff,
yeah.
I enjoy the game better. So Muay Thai
Hmm.
does also help to keep me fit and
Hmm.
core muscles. The reason I do Muay Thai is to keep my core muscles,
Yeah.
and core muscles are good on the golf course. so so yeah,
Hmm.
so discipline it helps me with as well. So
Wow.
yeah, Muay Thai does sound the opposite, but it does help in the general life.
Sure. No, that's very interesting. Like, people wouldn't actually think that, okay, one would play such, people would regard golf as a very calm, boring, slow paced sport. And then when you look at Muay Thai, obviously that's where adrenaline is very high. And I mean, you do those round kicks, and you do all
Yes,
these
yes.
hectic uh, movements. But I just want to find out. Obviously, in Muay Thai as well, like you said, it's a very mental sport where
Mm,
you have to be in control of your emotions. Number one, which I believe that if you're not in control of your emotions, then you lose focus in every single aspect of
mm.
life. I believe that being in control of yourself, your mind, is a very key thing. And if I am just to make a comparison between Muay Thai and golf from the outside, I've never done Muay Thai. I'm scared of losing my teeth or breaking a few ribs. But I'd say that that's one of the things that comes out very strongly, to say it's a mental thing. You need to be
Yeah.
mentally fit. You need to be aware of your environment as a whole.
I would totally agree with you. I mean, look, I don't do Muay Thai I don't do it as a thing for competitive fighting. I do it for training and fitness and mind. Your mind is so
Mm,
important in life, and golf
yeah.
shows you that. And in sport, the mind is so key. And Muay Thai is just a very good for self-discipline and and the mind. And I think the fitter you are, not that I am a super fit guy, not that I'm a gym guy, but just generally
Mm,
feeling happy in yourself makes sport easier and makes golf easier.
yeah. No, no, 100%. All right, Dave. We've reached the halfway point of our show. Can we just quickly go for a 2-minute break? Let's refill our glass of water. My mouth is getting dry because I'm having so much fun, and I want to understand more about Muay Thai. What pushed you to actually do Muay Thai? Because yeah, I would say stick
I
to
think
golf.
I've lost you there.
Can you hear me now?
Okay, I can hear you. Yes, sorry. We went off. I don't know what happened
All right.
there. Yeah, right.
No, no problem. I was just saying that can we just go for a 2-minute break,
Yep.
and then when we come back, we're going to go deeper into the conversation because I'm very curious to understand why the move to Muay Thai. Why didn't you just start doing more golf and less other sports? I'm just kidding, but
That
yeah, I think let let's go for a break, and then when we get back, we'll continue with our conversation. There's
right.
a couple of, well, a lot more other questions that I would like us to discuss.
Brilliant. I'll see you in a moment.
All right then.
Invisible Inc. Consulting, your gateway to financial success. We specialise in providing the best solutions to manage your finance and accounting, ensuring a better life for you and your business. Our expert team offers top-notch accounting and tax consulting services tailored to various industries, including but not limited to engineering, medical practitioners, in construction, non-profits, events management, attorneys and financial services. Experience the power of our best analytics, backed by a commitment to our clients and a high level of knowledge. At Invisible Inc. Consulting, we strive to deliver the best service you can get, making your financial journey seamless and rewarding. Choose Invisible Inc. Consulting for a brighter financial future. Your success our priority. Please visit us at www.invisibleinc.co.za to reach us. www.invisibleinc.co.za.
In a world where fairways meet the airwaves, where birdies and banker collide, welcome to the show that takes you beyond the clubhouse and onto the green. This is Balls and Tees, your passport to the golfing universe, where every swing tells a story and every putt has its punchline. Get ready to step onto the last greens and dive into the world of divots, drives, and delightful banter.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, please thank you for staying tuned in. As you've heard with the first segment, that our show today is on fire. We are joined by David West, who is a social golfer and who is a professional Muay Thai. I'm just playing. He's not a professional Muay Thai boxer, but but nonetheless, if there's something that Dave has shared with us in the first episode, is that a sense of humor is very important, and making sure that you're mentally fit is very important when it comes to any aspect of your life. So we will be digging deeper into our conversation along with Dave and find out what has been happening in his game, particularly the worst shots or the worst experiences he's had on the golf course, the most memorable experiences that he's had on the golf course, and anything else that will put him under the spotlight. Dave, are you still with me there?
I'm right there. Thank you. Right here.
100%. Now, Dave, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to call a lot of attention to you when I said that you are a professional Muay Thai boxer. Just in case people start making assumptions and they start poking you on the streets. Right.
Yes, no.
Awesome stuff. So I just want to find out. I mean, like you said, there's so many things that you're actually busy with on your daily life, from being part of the ministry to being part of you mentioned, was it charity?
Yeah, I work with with people,
NGO.
displaced people, homeless people. Yeah.
Yeah, and obviously a life coach. Now, I mean, these are very, I think these are very demanding activities that you do. And I just have to take my hat off to you to say that the more the love that you show to people, the more the love people show to you, and that's exactly what you're doing with your roles in these three
Mm.
different aspects. Now, if anything that I want to find out from you, I mean, life coach, right? Let's talk about
Yes.
just in brief, life coach. I mean, a lot of people out there always say, okay, I'm a life coach and all of those things, but I believe the definition would relate more to the individual who's in the role itself and the context thereof. So you as a life coach, if you were to take that and take golf, how how or where do you think they actually come together, these two different aspects?
Yeah, well, you see, life coaching is, I mean, is quite a, I don't want to say complex, but life coaching is a very helpful tool in
Mm,
understanding yourself, observing yourself, your behaviors. And life coaching is a way to open up new possibilities for your own
mhm,
life and new things. And there's always great opportunities. Um,
mhm,
and so certainly related to golf, if you like. Um, we're always wanting to grow. We're always wanting to. Golf teaches you lessons about yourself. How do you deal with
mm,
those lessons? And how can you use those lessons
yeah.
to open up new opportunities? And then golf offers opportunities of growth in many ways.
Mhm,
There's so many
yeah.
different aspects to golf. So
Mhm,
there's a lot of yeah, it's a lot of connections and just yeah, because you are on the golf course, as I said before,
mm,
you're not only socializing and meeting people, you are dealing with yourself, you're competing
100%.
with yourself. So yeah, you're observing certain behaviors in yourself, which can be very good for you or very helpful to your growth.
Yeah, 100%. No, no, I mean, I just wanted to have a look at that to say, okay, I mean, these are two complex worlds. Obviously, one making you be more engaged with people, and then
Yeah,
obviously golf is just there for you to relax and unwind, but at the same time it puts you in a space that requires certain people skills, and you can also learn a lot from the people that you actually interact with. So yeah, that's basically that. And then
right.
now I'm like I said, with the second segment, I like putting people on the spot, and my apologies for putting you on the spot, but I'm going to ask you a question. In your ministry, is there offers there, and if there are, how many of them have you actually challenged and came out victorious?
What? Sorry, I missed that question in the beginning. Are there what there?
Golfers in your ministry,
Oh,
and how
yes,
many of
yes.
them have you challenged to a round of golf?
Yes, very much so. There's quite a few actually.
Mhm,
and, but here's the challenge.
mhm.
Um, because when I play with somebody who I've met in the church or in the ministry, they
Mhm.
know who I am. They know that I'm a pastor. Um, you know, when people know you're a pastor on the golf course, they're looking at you, they're expecting a certain behavior, which is not always possible to produce on the golf course. You know,
I think that
that
was
that
gonna be
odd
my
that
next
odd
question.
word or that odd frustration with yourself. So
Mm.
sometimes so I have to tell them, hey, if you're playing with me, you're playing with me, not with the pastor of the church.
No, 100%, and I think that clarity is actually very important, so that because in essence, in every single aspect of life, people always have expectations. So I
Yes,
think
yes.
you clarifying that upfront to say today, Pastor is on the side, and you're playing with Dave now. So whatever happens here should be like what happens in Vegas. It must stay between us.
Yes, absolutely. And of course, yes, that's right. And of course, sometimes you play with people as a pastor and they're worried about their own behavior. So I've got to relax them as well. So just be yourself. You don't have to perform for me.
Yeah, 100%. I like that, and I like your outlook when it comes to that. To say, you know what, apart from my roles in society, I am still myself, and I still need to enjoy myself in a way that makes sense to me when it comes to
Absolutely.
golf. Mhm.
100%.
Now, I just want to find out from you, Dave. I mean, surely you are part of certain social groups when it comes to golf. Is there any particular style of communication that you prefer? Maybe let's say whether it's WhatsApp, whether it's email, whether
Yeah.
telephonically. What is your preferred mode, and why is that, if I may ask?
Mostly with the golf groups and stuff involved in it, almost all of it's WhatsApp.
Hmm.
So just I'm I work better on WhatsApp. It's easier. I just find that, and yeah, and a lot of information can be shared on WhatsApp, and on the WhatsApp groups, you get regular golf jokes and regular
Mm.
little fun things. Every now and then, somebody in the WhatsApp group puts a YouTube on you know somebody interesting, or somebody who's saying something interesting about golf, or after the Masters last week, there was lots of stuff about Rory McIlroy and all the
Yeah.
Master stuff. So now WhatsApp's a great way of communicating, and it's a great way
Hmm.
of organizing a game.
Awesome stuff. And you know, the nice
So
thing about golf, if I can just put it out there, Dave, for anyone who hasn't played golf, or anyone who doesn't have much knowledge about golf, is the nice thing about golf is every single round of golf will have a different format, right? Whether it's stroke play, it's match play,
sorry,
IPS,
I've lost you.
whichever one.
I lost you there for a while. I think we had a bad line there for a while.
All right? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I'm back.
All right. So what I was basically saying is that for especially for people who haven't played golf, or people who don't really understand much about golf, if there's anything that stands out with when it comes to golf compared to other sports, would be the fact that every single round of golf would differ in terms of the format. So I mean, there's stroke play, there's match play, there's better ball. So with all these different formats being available, which one would you say is your most favorite, and why would you say it's your most favorite?
I don't know. I enjoy the match play. I think I just sometimes, especially, I enjoy when there's like two scores to count, and so it's not just your score, it's your partner's score. You can encourage them, and
Yeah.
yeah, I like playing in partnership. Just
Hmm.
not, I don't, so it's not just me. I'm playing with somebody, and both our scores count, and or maybe all four count. So I like that kind of partnership.
Hmm.
And yeah, that I enjoy probably the most. And I don't like counting every shots.
Yeah.
When every shot scores. So sometimes if I get a really bad score, that
Hmm.
it's 7 for naught, not 12 for. I don't
Uh,
like seeing that on my scorecard.
well, I mean, it's part of the game, and you know,
Yes.
I always say to people, the nice thing about golf is, as an individual, not even as a team, as an individual, you get an opportunity to score 18 times, where with other sports you only score like once.
Hey, listen, it's the only game in the world, surely, where every shot counts.
Yeah, 100%. And then you've played a lot of golf, like you mentioned, about 25 years that you've been playing the sport, right?
Yes.
In those 25 years, there's been good times, there's been bad times.
Yes.
From the top of your head, can you recall the worst experience or worst shot you've had in a golf course? Or the most embarrassing, actually?
How many do you want? Oh, golly, I once oh no, there's something. I have hit a tree and the ball's come straight back at me and hit me in the shoulder.
Ooh, yo, that must have been
I've
painful.
done that. Yeah, I was playing on a golf course once, and I obviously went too hard on the ball, and my driver
Mm.
went flying out and went further than the ball. But
Oh,
worse than that, the driver went over the fence onto the road next to the golf course.
shoo. All right. No, yeah, that's very scary, and considering obviously the cost of the driver and the potential damage that it could have done on the road.
I was so worried a car was going to drive over it.
But I hope you actually got it in good condition.
Well, I had to wait for somebody because the fence was quite high. This was at Parkview. I had to wait for somebody to walk by and throw
Mm.
my golf driver back at me.
Yeah, no. I'm sorry about that, Dave. But I mean,
It's a
obviously,
good story.
no, it's actually the first time I hear a story like that. I mean, I've heard people say, no, I've been hit by a ball, but actually throw your driver unintentionally over a fence onto a road. Now
Yes.
that's something that's very special.
Every golf has a great story to tell.
No, definitely, and you know, when we're talking about some of the most embarrassing things, I mean, I've on two occasions I've torn my pant, and the first question I hear is, how did you even get that right? Because usually with golf, you just use your upper body, not your lower body. So yeah,
Yes,
the
I'm wondering how
stories.
that. Yes,
You know,
that's right.
i- if I have to tell you, on these two occasions, it was similar things. So the first
I
time
don't know
that
how you
happened,
did that.
well,
Sometimes one needs a video to see that. That is quite. That is twice, not only once. That's a good story.
but the nice thing is the second time it is caught on video.
Oh, good.
Um,
Oh,
uh,
you got to send that to me. I got to see that.
the video is actually on our YouTube
Oh, I'll go look
page.
for that.
We just uploaded it. So
Yeah.
it's so sad how it happened because I was just moving away from the putting green, moving towards the next tee box. So whilst I'm filling up my card, I hear someone scream "Fore." So I thought to myself, you know what? I don't have to turn and look what's happening.
Yeah.
The best thing I could do is to quickly drop on the ground. And
Yes.
as I was squatting, I just had something pop. When I looked down, my pants were torn from knee to knee, all the way
Oh,
around. So, and I saw this golf ball landing right in front of me. So I said to myself, you know what? It's best that I tore my pants. Otherwise, had I turned, this thing was going straight for my head, and I don't know where I would have been.
absolutely. Yeah, you got off lightly with the torn pants.
I thought to myself, you know what? Let's upload it because these are things that actually happen on the golf course,
Oh, yes.
although a lot of people don't hear about them. The other day, I was just watching some highlights. I saw one of the pros. He hit a golf shot from the fairway. That ball went straight into one of the spectators' coffee cup. It just
Oh,
bounced in there and then sat in there. So
in the
I
coffee
just
cup.
didn't,
It's wonderful.
yeah.
Brilliant.
So I'm thinking, okay, what's going to happen next? Is he going to play the cup or is he going to play the
Yes,
ball?
yes, yes. What is the rule to play as it lies? Hey, but by the way, I recently put a golf ball in a tree and it didn't fall out. It stayed in the tree. What's
And
the
how
rule?
did you
Play
go
as it
about that?
lies.
You got a tree. Golf is lovely. I have to say it.
Uh,
Golf is beautiful.
there's no doubt.
100%. Now, I mean, like you've just shared your most embarrassing story, but I believe there is a counter to it to say, apart from this, something magical happened on the golf course, and would you mind sharing that with us?
Yeah, well, I think the magical moments. Um, I, I've had two experiences where I've chipped a ball into the hole, once
Oh,
over the
lovely.
bunker into the hole, once
Mm.
about 20 meters away. And you don't
Wow.
forget those. Those are
No,
magical.
100%.
There are some real magical moments that
Mm.
come and you don't expect them. That just,
Mm.
they're beautiful. And we all know those long putts. We all know those chips in. Yeah, so I think my most magical moments have been with the chipping when I chipped a
So
ball. Those two, but my chipping has always been my joy moment.
I think you're giving out a warning to anyone out there who wants to play with you to say, just
Yeah,
make sure.
my short game, my chipping, that's my strength.
So for instance, if there's a serious prize involved, whenever people see you around the green, they should start shaking actually.
Yeah, absolutely. Be warned. This is my moment. This is me. But the thing with chipping and stuff like that and around the green, it's easy to practice as well, even in your garden.
Mm.
So yeah, so we could, but yeah, no, I mean, yeah, there are great experiences on the golf course. I mean, you must have a number to share as well. But there are,
Well,
I mean,
it's only one highlight, which I've never repeated it, but actually no, there's two highlights. I think the first one was an albatross that I got,
oh
and I
wow,
spent over 5 to 10 minutes looking for my ball, and something just said to me, just go
wasn't
look in the cup.
that is wonderful.
Yeah, it was scary because I thought I had lost my ball there. It was a second shot on a par four. I just hit it. I
Yeah.
didn't even see where it went, and then
Where
yeah, after that 10. Can you hear me, Dave? Hello, Dave.
Yeah, sorry, I lost you. There seems to be the lines up and down. But those are, I mean, an albatross is, I mean, gee, I've never got close to that, I don't think. That's beautiful. That's something to remember.
Yeah, like I'll never forget that moment. And the other time, well, the last, or let me not say the last, because I'm still playing golf. I believe there's more coming, but
I know.
there was this other time when I was still in the beginning stages of me playing golf. So there was a 323-meter hole, and I drove the entire hole. I fall on the green, but the score that came out of there is not to be disclosed. I think I got a double bogey.
No, we know that. But you know, you made that comment about you know, you still got golf to play. You know,
Yeah.
when you play your best round, that personal best, and people
Mhm.
say that's your best round. I think the answer is that's your second best round because the first
Mm.
is yet to come.
100%, 100%. I really agree with you on that. Now, by the way, thank you for sharing your stories with us. And the reason I always ask these questions is just to ensure our audience or reassure them that no matter how good you are or how bad you are or how long you've been playing the sport, there will always be uncomfortable moments and there will be comfortable moments. There will be moments of celebration. There'll be moments of sulking. So I like sharing these stories with our audience because golf is one factual game, and the nice thing about it is that you can't even cheat yourself as a golfer.
Absolutely, absolutely, 100%.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah.
And
No,
and, and
it is a beautiful game.
speaking of cheating yourself, Dave, I mean, there's something about golf rules that I sometimes feel, you know what, this is too much. I don't know if that ever happens to you where you feel like, can somebody just get rid of this particular rule? Um, can somebody just change this rule so that it's a bit more lenient? Have you experienced such instances where you're like, yo, this is now killing my game?
Yeah, I mean, there are, I guess rules are rules, but there are tough rules. There are some of the rules, you know, if you're on the fairway and it's not, you don't have a great lie, and sometimes you let it play, sometimes you're not, but you
Mm,
know, and sometimes you don't get enough. I wish they'd give me more leniency to move the ball a bit. Bad
mhm.
lies. Changes, I suppose, every day on every golf course. That's the thing with rules. But yeah,
Yeah.
I guess the rules of golf. I mean, I'm not. I have to be. I have to confess.
Mm,
I'm not very good at. I don't know the rules as much as I've played for long. the rules. Sometimes I
Yeah.
have to ask quite regularly, what is the rule here? How far am I allowed to drop or place, or
Mm.
you know, and things like, dropping the ball and now it's from your knee or something, and I think, well, why can't I just place it?
And guess what? The sad part about it is that even if you were to drop it from your knee, and it still gets to, well, it still gets a bad lie. Now
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
frustrating because you can't drop again.
Exactly. And I think, come on, if I just place it, it solves so many problems, man.
No, 100%. Now, I just want to ask you, I mean, when you go for a round of golf, or when you go and attend either a tournament or a social golf event, there is preparation that needs to be done, right? Like you said, your strong part of the game is your chipping.
Yeah.
Now, I just want to find out your overall preparation before a game. Is it a matter of saying, I need to go to the driving range a couple of times, or are you of the opinion that, you know what, I'll just walk in. If tee off is at 7:30, let me just get there at 7:15, grab cup of coffee, and then just carry on. What is your normal routine when it comes to
Yeah.
such?
No, I can't just pitch and play. I need time, just
Mm,
maybe more for the mind. So
mm-hmm,
putting green is really important to me. I like to spend a warm up on the putting green, even if it's just the feel,
yeah.
and the feel of everything, of the day.
Mm-hmm,
I don't often go to the driving range, but chipping and putting
mm-hmm,
I'll certainly work on. Um, so no, I can't pitch. I've got to prepare myself. I've got to be out there. I've got to. I even take a little walk and do some breathing exercises. I've got to prepare myself. If I just pitch and play, no,
yeah, it
I'm
doesn't
not
work.
really. Not really. I know there are people that do that and do it well, but not for me, thank you. I
Mm,
need to, I need to more than just practicing, because I need to just get my I need to get my mind into it, get
no, no,
everything out of the mind and just be ready. Yeah, and
100%.
relax.
No, that definitely makes sense. Now, one last question, Dave, before I let you go. I just need to ask you this, and I will make an example of myself before I even ask you the question. So basically, what I usually do before a round of golf, buy, I'll take a bottle of water, I'll take a bottle of energy drink, and then hopefully when the tea off time is in the morning, I don't even eat, and I only eat after the entire 18. I think that eating halfway through the game is just putting on some weight that I won't be able to carry after the first night. So I just want to find out. I mean, people have go-to snacks, or people
Yeah.
prefer certain food when it comes to being on the golf course. Do you have anything particular you actually cannot play a round of golf without?
No, I mean, water is really important to me, so I've got at least 3 bottles of water.
Whoa.
Um, yeah, I like to have a sip. I don't know if it's just
Mm,
after every hole, I just like to have a bit of water. I don't know if that just
mm,
helps me relax, the
mm-hmm,
process of that. But no, I can't eat a big breakfast before. I can't eat before,
mm-hmm,
and I can't eat anything, um, and I can't eat during the course of the game. I
mm,
do like it, but even a breakfast halfway, 9 holes. Ah, no, I like something light. I just want to keep going and don't like to feel like I've eaten too much. But I tell you what
mm,
I do like.
mm-hmm.
I love when I have my breakfast at halfway house. Small little breakfast is chilies. I don't know what it is,
Ouch.
but those chilies give me a bit of go.
Yeah,
I'm actually known at the club for
yeah,
breakfast, and there's a lovely woman
the
who
green
works
chili.
behind the counter there. She always puts the chilies when she knows I'm coming. She's got the chilies ready.
Oh, that's nice.
So,
No, that's very nice, because I mean, I get what you're saying, because for me, I also like chilies, and I believe after actually eating chilies, something happens to my eyes. I think I can zoom in, and my vision starts changing, where I believe, you know what, I'm on fire now. And Trust me,
Yeah.
I'm literally on fire because my mouth at that time is burning.
Exactly. Well, it energizes me and it's burning. It feels there's something about it. I don't know what it is, but to me the energy is important. Maybe it
Mhm.
energizes me, but I agree the burning mouth. But I've also I've just I've got to be careful that I can't drink too much except for a bit of water because any gassy
Mm.
drinks I just feel bloated. I've that to me is
Oh
the
yeah.
worst experience. So it's just
Mm.
eating and drinking what keeps my energy levels high. But yeah, Chili's does it for me. Chili's does it for me every time.
100%. Now, any, I just want to find out from you, and actually, I actually need to ask you for a favor. Let me put it that way, to say, all right, David, you've been playing golf 25 years. Surely there's people that you've actually introduced into the game as well, and you formed long-lasting relationships with
Mm,
different individuals over the years. And
absolutely.
my thing is, I believe in an inclusive environment where people must experience what I experience, and they must actually see things from my view as well. And by
Mm,
so saying is that I like encouraging people to get into the sport, to come and feel the environment, to come and associate with different individuals in the environment. And the favor that I'm going to ask you is a few parting words to encourage those who are either scared to start playing, or those who have been contemplating and say, nah, it's not for me, it's too expensive, all those kind of things. What would your, let's say, two-sentence um, advice or giveaway be for them?
yeah, some people do think it's an expensive game. It can be expensive. That's up to you. There are places to play which
Mhm.
aren't expensive. There, you don't have to play with brand new clubs. You don't have to upgrade your clubs. I'm quite happy with old clubs. Um, so it can be, it doesn't have to be expensive.
Mhm.
And I just think, guys, it's just, we need to get out there. As we become very, I don't know, sometimes insulated, and we need to get out there. We need to learn to relax in our
Mhm.
society, and we need to meet diverse people. I know that sounds strange. I'm talking about golf,
Mm.
but golf does help you meet diverse people, and I think
Yeah.
that's very healthy and good. And the game is just great fun, even though you won't play great games all the time. It is a lot of fun.
No, 100%. I agree with you in every single aspect that you've just discussed, because, like you said, the nice thing about the golf course is diversity. I mean, you
Yeah,
can meet people that you would never even imagine that you would meet on the golf course, and you'd be very surprised to see how they actually behave outside their workspace or their offices. They just ordinary individuals, just like you and I.
100%, absolutely.
Awesome stuff. Now, with that being said, Dave, I just want to say a huge thank you to you for honoring this invite, for making time to actually come chat with me, and another thank you to everyone around you who's allowed you this time, or who's actually afforded us this time to have a chat with you. I do understand that your schedule is quite busy. So let me just say a huge thank you, and please, let's continue to grow the society or the golfing community to make sure that more and more people get involved in it. And all the best with the golf. I will be seeing you in future, and hopefully one day we will play a round of golf.
I would look forward to that, and it's been a great joy, and it's been great fun. Really enjoyed being having this hour together. So thank you. Thank you for the privilege of being able to be with you and on this program.
Thank you so much. You must have yourself a lovely day further, and hopefully the weather conditions in Gauteng as a whole will improve, although we know that we are heading towards winter. I think it's going to come quite already started to creep in. So please keep warm, keep healthy, play golf, less Muay Thai. But I'm lying. I actually wanted to try out Muay Thai. Now I'm gonna try it.
No, great. Okay, I think I've
Awesome
lost
stuff.
you there again.
Hey, Dave.
Oh, sorry, I lost you there again. But there we go. Yes, no, absolutely. Thank
Uh, awesome stuff. So please, thank you so much and have yourself a lovely day further.
you. Wonderful. Thank you. Cheers.
All right, bye. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we have reached the end of our segment today, and I have to say, what a beautiful, beautiful time that I've had. That whole hour, it was full of laughter, it was full of insight, and I would also like to invite you to be a part of our podcast, whether you play or don't play, as long as we've got a common ground, which is golf. But nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen, please remember to also visit our YouTube channel. There's beautiful, beautiful clips that we loaded there, starting from equipment review, um, interviews with the coach, interviews with the SA Open champ himself, Dylan Naidu. And well, the other one, it's me embarrassing myself, but no, I wasn't embarrassing myself. I was playing golf, and yeah, you get to see the guy behind this voice and how he plays his golf. You can judge my swing, and then when I invite you over to the show, you can tell me what I'm doing wrong. I'd really, really appreciate that. I need to fix myself. But nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen, I have to say thank you for continuously supporting us. Thank you for following us. Please, please, please share our links with your friends and family. Let us grow this community, because if we don't do it ourselves, nobody else will. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow is Thursday. If you're going to work, I have to say big ups to you. Please make sure that you work and you focus on your work. But if you're working on Friday, come and have a chat with me, because Friday is golf day. You even heard it from Dave himself. He said that he tries to play on Fridays. So the weekend basically starts on Thursday for a lot of people, but for me, the weekend starts today. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Tony Tone, the magician, I am signing out. I love you guys.